In the highlands of Guatemala, a team of nurses, doctors, and community volunteers have descended on a rural town to save lives. Some of the women in this crowd have spent 2 days or more just to get here from their mountain villages. Their lives are threatened by a silent killer that claims the lives of more than 300,000 women every year.
And this pandemic, in fact, is killing more than polio ever did.
Dr. Wally Temple is a retired surgical oncologist and a member of the Rotary Club of Calgary Downtown. He's on a mission to stop cervical cancer in its tracks.
So it not only kills 300,000 women a year, but it destroys the family unit because it affects women in their childbearing ages, and it destroys the local economy, and it probably causes at least 500,000 to 600,000 orphans every year because of the mother passing away from it. And it was, in fact, silent because it was in 90% were in low middle income countries. It was in women where it was hidden until it was very advanced, and in these poorer countries they wouldn't even know what the woman was suffering from. And it was silent because it was related to how women are treated in the world, and it was misinformed sexual stigma associated with it.
Dealing with cervix cancer the traditional way, he says, is very expensive and requires a lot of resources. He's leading a Rotary project in Guatemala using an alternative approach to screening women. Those with precancerous or early cancerous lesions can be treated immediately. This method is simple, portable, and effective.
And it's simple in that you expose the cervix with a speculum, you paint it with a little bit of vinegar-like solution, and if the area turns white, then that is the precancerous or early cancer lesion that you can destroy with either cold freezing or with heat. And the heating probe now is the most common. We call it a thermocoagulator. There's no anesthesia, there's no pathology, there's no morbidity associated with it, so it's just absolutely perfect for taking into the remote areas where cervix cancer is especially rampant.
Here we are in Tactic, and here we talk in two languages, in Pocomchi and Quechua, and all these people came here to know if they need a surgery or for a screening for cervical cancer.
In Guatemala, Rotary's partner in the first phase of this fight to end this preventable disease was a local non-government organization that is a driving force in bringing community health care into these communities. The team set up temporary screening and treatment clinics. In advance of that, they send what they call community health promoters in, using every means possible to encourage women to come to the clinics to be checked for cervix cancer.
What we do is that we promote in the local languages. And we go through radio stations, local radio stations, and we go to the health centers, we go to churches, we meet with community groups so that they can spread the word and women get aware of these missions. And because of the health promoters, they are so trusted and confident in the communities, women accept to come. And that's why we have been able to screen this week about 70 women per day. So that's a good number for us. And we hope not only to keep doing what we're doing, but to expand. And for that, the work of the health promoters is the key, because they are the ones that are well-known and trusted in the communities.
But many women still have to convince their husbands that they should go to a screening. In these farming communities, unless a woman is obviously ill, husbands can be reluctant to agree to them taking time away from their responsibilities at home, unless they are obviously ill.
They'd rather that the women basically help out at the farm, help out with the other chores, than go and spend half a day. Or when they're from afar, they may spend 2 or 3 days traveling And so at least probably 50 to 75% of women have to just tell their husbands they're going to the market to buy some groceries or make an excuse so that they can come to the clinics.
Lo que a mí me es más fácil como mujer,
In the
¿verdad?
rural areas, it could be difficult to convince people to come into the medical missions. But what I do in the promotion is that I think and express myself as a woman and as a mother to invite other females to come and be provided with the cervical cancer screenings. And I explain to them how important it is, because it will not only let them know if they are healthy, but that their life can be saved through those services.
The education part of the screening strategy appears to be working. More men are showing up at the clinics to support the women in their families.
Los ovarios, trompas de falopio, eso es lo que está compuesta nuestra matriz.
As they wait outside the clinics for their turn to be screened, women learn more about cervical cancer and about prevention, about their girls and boys being vaccinated against the HP virus. In phase 1 of this screening program, a target was set to screen and treat 5,000 women, and more than 8,000 showed up and were examined. Maria Rosario Vasquez, her infant son, and her mother traveled for 2 days to get to the Baja Verpaz clinic.
Sí, porque yo quiero que es necesario que uno lo hacemos así como nos.
The reason why I wanted to be a screen for VIA is because I think me as a mother and as a woman, it is very important that I get screened because I want to be healthy for my baby. And today, unfortunately, we have seen a woman who has already cancerous cells, and although the team is here, there is nothing that they can do. So that's why it is so important that we come and get screened.
Pues es algo muy importante, como le decía.
The importance of the work that Irma and myself do is that we know it's very difficult for women in the rural areas to take the decision and come to be seen. But once they come, and even though we have identified precancerous cells, we're able to give them the treatment in the same day. So that makes a difference between life and death, and that makes a difference for them because they came concerned, but they go back home happy.
The thing that I love is when the women came here afraid, and Irma and Dina do her work, and the women go outside with a smile. This is great because it's meaning that they are healthy. They can return with their kids. But with others, it's late, and these need to be changed.
The health promoters are also talking to girls about sexual health, delivering sanitary hygiene kits to girls in schools, and talking to their families about the benefits of their young people getting vaccinated. 90% of men and women contract the HP virus in their lifetime, but only 10% will carry it, as the rest will eliminate it through their immune system. Those that have chronic infections are at significant risk of contracting 1 of 6 cancers, the most common being cervix cancer.
Well, you know, in Guatemalan rural areas, you have to convince mom and dad first of the good that the vaccines are going to be for their girls. Once you work with them, they will bring the girls in to be vaccinated. So that's something that needs a lot of work, but we can do it through the health promoters and through the health system if we work together, and that's what we're aiming for.
La verdad que en primer lugar me siento muy contenta.
I am definitely happy to be a woman, but I'm even more satisfied and proud to be a health promoter for Asociación Compañero para Cirugía, because through the years and my work, I have been able to see how we have changed and saved the lives of so many women with the services that we provide through the visual inspection with acetic acid. We do give women opportunities to save their lives, but we also give them the opportunity to get empowered because they are looking for ways to improve their health.
The Rotary Club of Calgary Downtown and Club Rotario Guatemala La Reforma provided important leadership and funding for this remarkable program. And it is the people of Guatemala who are demonstrating to the world that this can be done.
And we are making a great difference in the world and in Guatemala. Maybe it's a small part, but we're doing it, and that's what we are here for.
It's incredible, and that Guatemalans are helping Guatemalans. And as part of the project, of course, there's a lot of work to set it up to make sure when you go in to work with these communities that that's what they really want. So on the list of things, of course, they want education, and they want water, clean water, and they want health.
Dr. Wally is the heart of this project. We have tried before to get Rotary grants, but it was hard to get, first of all, a Guatemalan club, and we're so grateful to Guatemala La Reforma Rotary Club and Esther Bro, who has been very supportive with this project, but none of it would have been possible without Dr. Wally. He is the one that helped us develop the proposal and is the one pushing for this project. He was here once, he believed in it, and he has supported, and hopefully we'll do it again together.
This project has been so successful that with the right partners, it could be expanded to take in all of rural Guatemala and duplicated elsewhere in the developing world. It offers new hope for women and their children now and in the years to come.